Welcome back, everybody, to another Onyx Gaming Dragonfire Real Raw Authentic Reactions, where we do the realest reactions possible, very limited editing to keep everything real and flowing as naturally as possible. Tonight we are back with a brand new reaction of Citizen Soldier with Feelings Aren't Forever, I believe it's called. Got the official lyric video. So we're just gonna hop on into this. I think it speaks for itself as well as the text on the stream. It won't always feel like this. You know, other words, how you're feeling won't last forever. So let's see, though, exactly what they're talking about, how they're saying it, and what it sounds like. Let's get it.
Of another spiral, feel it coming and the panic's creeping in. You've tried everything to break this cycle. You don't know if you can do it all again. It's getting loud deep in your mind, so you start shutting down the human side. Some hurricanes don't ever die until you let it take you to the eye. Only way out is through, but I'll be waiting there for.
That is a line. Holy shit. Take it back a little bit more.
It's getting loud deep in your mind, so you start shutting down the human side. Truth is, some hurricanes don't ever die until you let it take. I'll be waiting there for you. Breathe with me till it passes. Let this burn till it's ashes. There's no storm that you can't weather, so hold on, feelings aren't forever. Hold me tight till it loosens. It's alright, this is human. 'Cause every time that you don't surrender, you're living proof feelings aren't forever. Of another breakdown, trying to face what you buried to survive.
This is a rough one. So fucking relatable.
On the verge of another breakdown, trying to face what you buried to survive.
Yeah, and do I feel that line?
Cause you're so afraid of getting stuck in eternal fight or flight. The nervous system's compromised, lost in disturbing pictures, hypnotized. It feels like just remembering you could die. Know that this all looks different on the other
Jesus, that was a song. That was a song. I don't know why Jake attacked me. I thought we were cool, man. We were cool. All right, guys, that was Citizen Soldier's Feelings Aren't Forever official lyric video, and man, was that a song. Whew. That was a freaking song. That thing was well written. And I'm always floored by how good their writing is, but this one was fucking like poetic, and hard hitting. I felt attacked. And it really nails home what they're talking about. Basically, the old saying, to get to the other side, you gotta go through hell. You gotta go through the eye of the storm to see the other side. If you can. Easier, obviously, said than done. For everybody, really. Doesn't make it any less true. And man, the guitar on this track is insane. This song definitely is on the playlist. I absolutely loved it. And I already said, like, the writing was insane on this one. Yeah. I, for one, have done what was said in the song. Still am to this day. Suppressing stuff to survive. And in the short term, it works, right? But let's be honest, none of us use it in the short term. We end up being comfortable with that and content with it and continue to push on. But when you suppress, things will always come to light. You will never have the ability to get past it if you just suppress it, because it's being buried. But the correct trigger, and situation. It could be from watching a movie. It could be listening to music. It could be talking to somebody, seeing something, smelling something, tasting something. And it will be an unexpected trigger at sometimes the worst freaking times possible. And that's what happens when it's not dealt with. I don't think anybody really, when it's a profound trauma, gets past it, but they learn to accept it. And it has less control over them. If that makes sense to you. And myself, like I said, in short term, it worked. I went from trying to take myself out, let's say, so YouTube doesn't spank me, so many times. I was hospitalized for several attempts. And thoughts. I'm not gonna lie, I have not acted on it and have no intention to again. But my last attempt was over 10 years ago, 11 years ago. See, what I did was I suppressed it for so long that I was able to survive and get past that, because I buried that motherfucker down. It's still buried down. However, what kind of gives me, I guess, sustainability, I'm going to say, is I accepted my issues. I've accepted this is who I am, and this is my life. It's not a healthy thing to do, but because I am ill prepared to take the shovel out and dig that out, due to the consequences of that. When I have subtly attempted that in the past, with doctors, it went very badly. There's good therapists out there in the world. However, especially in the United States, if you don't have good insurance and in your area and you can't afford to go out of your area, that's meaningless, because you're going to be chock full of potentially really bad ones. And that's been my experience, where I have wound up worse. I know sometimes you got to get worse to get better, but it just continued to get worse. And I ended up prescribed medicine that made me a billion times worse. So my acceptance of it has made me, like I said, it has sustained myself. While I haven't dealt with the issues, I've accepted them, so to speak. Yeah. And sometimes I think that's the best that I can do. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. You know, when you do that for a long enough period, you reprogram your mind to be a certain way, to do certain things, to think certain ways. And sometimes you don't know whether it's that lie or the fear, rather, or yourself. So you don't know what's lie, what's truth, because what a truth for you is a lie for somebody else. A lie for somebody else is a truth for you, type of thing. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm wording that correctly. So yeah. For the most part, I will say, like I said, because we're talking about situations, circumstances, environment, feelings aren't forever, you know? And even with not being, completely okay myself, far from it, those feelings I had 15, 20 years ago are no longer there. I wanted to take myself out. I wanted the fucking pain to stop by any means necessary. I won't say my self-worth has improved. It hasn't. I still despise myself to like a really high level. But even just saying that isn't something I thought I would do back then. Yeah, I was a shell, a husk. I just was dead to the world. And wanted to be that way, quite literally. And like I said, it's been over 10 years since I even remotely thought about it. Thoughts come in. I think everybody has that. Yeah. But the problem, like I said, with it needs to be a short-term solution if you're going to bury it to survive. Because if it comes long-term, you're programming your mind into a situation that it is going to be insanely difficult to get past. And I don't think anybody can get past it alone. I just don't. I don't think anybody can completely save somebody from their own things, but they can be a crucial component in that. Because I don't think you can honestly save somebody that doesn't fundamentally want to be saved. So no matter what you on the outside care and do, it's not really going to work unless that person is wanting it to work. Their energy kind of has to match your energy. Because the feelings can last forever if you allow the feelings to last forever. I'm very well aware that those feelings are lies. Mind is a powerful place for good and for bad. And if you allow it, it can fucking destroy you. And like I said, I'm still there. Still pushing forward. I'm still trying to better myself every day, and I am no way in a good place. Fact is, I may never be. It's a journey. For me, it's about the journey and not the destination. So I don't plan. I just do, because that's how I have survived. It just is. I'm not saying this is a way to do things that is not good at all. So if you're not there yet, don't plan to follow it in that path. Find your path, whatever is right for you. If you can find a good, therapist, a good regimen that can help you, do that. If you have somebody in your life that wants to help you and be there, let them. As much as our minds will say 100% do not, let's isolate. That is the brain, once again, playing tricks. Um, you know, and you're going to have to get to the point where, in order for those feelings not to be forever, acceptance and action, as well as a support system. That's just my takeaway. I am not a therapist. I'm not licensed in any way. Just my experiences and my thoughts. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. The thing was hard hitting, went a little bit longer than I planned. I do apologize. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the song. The official link to Citizen Soldiers lyric video will be in the description. Head over to their page and like it, and let them know. Thank you. I will be back as soon as I can with another reaction. Until then, have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. Remember, you're an awesome person capable of awesome things, even if you don't think you are. And remember, you are not alone, even when you think you are. You're amazing. As always, I will leave a light on for anybody that needs it. Till the next one. Peace.